Here I am Vadir Sagar. Okay, so let us continue our discussion regarding the refraction section particularly. There we are know in the last sections about the basics of refractions. So let me rewind it what we already discussed. Okay, so the refraction it is mean that we are not talking about light refraction. For the refraction in a general term, the refraction it is a banding, the banding of light, particularly if it is light refraction, then it's a banding of light through the obstacle. If any obstacle is the come in between the path of the light, then it is deviated from its path, that is called refractions. So now onwards, and always we don't have opaque mediums. Now in such a cases, some of the times we have a transparent medium, their light can penetrate to the medium. So when our light is not reflecting 100%, their light can also penetrate inside the material. When it penetrates, when it changes the medium from the rarer to denser or denser to rarer, accordingly wherever it can change the medium, there it is not keep remain with their original path. That's why it is not keep remain on the original path. That also we answered it. That is due to the loss of velocity. If it is a rarer medium to denser medium, what the sense of rarer and denser? I am talking about the rarer and denser in sense of, as you can see here is a rarer, it means air. If you have water, it's a dense comparatively gas and liquid, so the density is increased, denser. So when a light rays are enter into the denser medium to the rarer medium, then it is a slowdown because it's dense medium, there are close atoms, so it is not much move faster as compared to the air. So that is a, if it is slow down, then the light rays are always banned. So that is a basic reason for that. In this is already we discussed on earlier section what we have, so I'm not going in much detail. Today I will talk about why only deviating in this way, or not only this way. So there is particularly rules for that. We will discuss about these things. About this, it is general incident ray, reflected ray, incident angle, reflecting angle, refractive index of this first medium, refractive index of the second medium, n1 n2. Okay, but yes, the if you want to understand the refractions in a more basic way, it's a more fundamental way, you have to clear about the refractive index. Refractive index, here I am repeating the same words what we discussed. Refractive index is nothing but the numbers which is indicate the to the particular medium, who represent the density of the medium, how much it dense, how much it is, how much light is refract through this medium. This idea tells us by the refractive index. If the refractive index high of any medium compared to the other, it is a mean that when light is entered to that medium, the light will bend more compared to less refractive index medium. Okay, and also this refractive index, it means it's something constant numbers is we can find with the help of the velocity ratio, velocity of the one medium, velocity of the second medium. But today we are going for the more precise way. Actually this refractive index has two type: absolute refractive index and uh, what is called, this is the depending on this respective refractive index. Absolute refractive index, it is a mean that you are taking the with respect to the vacuum, with respect to the air, that we learn in the this section. This is already we discussed in the earlier case. Today it's what we are trying to discuss here. Here we have a medium number one, exactly what we discussed earlier. Medium number two, air and glass. When the incident rays are the reaches to the one point, from there onwards the medium is changing. So this is called the line separations line of this two medium. So from there onwards, when it light passes through that line, it has to be changed, it has to be changed its path of flowing. Okay, now in what accords it will change its path? So the air is the less denser and then glass is the more dense. So first we are going to the refractive index terms. In earlier what we seen, eta 21, it is also you can prefer n word, n21, but generally refractive index is symbolized by eta, that is a eta like that. no problem, you can go with the n21. If it is n21, then the speed of light in the medium number 1 comes first because it's the second, n21. Okay, the one going to be first, and then refractive index, oh sorry, speed of light in the second medium, it is called v1 and v2. This is the speed of light in the air, speed of light in the glass. Like that, if I can medium 1, if I want to replace the speed of light in air, speed of light in glass likewise. So I will get n21, it means the refractive index of the glass with respect to the air. This is the n21 meaning. Now refractive index of air with respect to glass, it is a some numbers. So if medium number 1 is vacuum or air, then the refractive index of the medium 2 is considered as respect to the vacuum. Suppose this is a air, or suppose this is vacuum. Because the why we are taking equal vacuum and air, because it's not equal. But why still we are taking here this similar? Because the whatever the light speed in this vacuum, it is vacuum. Actually we are pronouncing it vacuum, actually vacuum is there, vacuum, that is very similar or less, very small less decrement in the when light is travel through the air. So that's why if it is whether it is a pass through the air or whether it is passed through the vacuum, both are taking same. In with respect to the vacuum or air you are talking, then this refractive index is named as absolute refractive index. If you are taking the water and glass, then it is a something different. Okay, so this is called the absolute refractive index of the medium. This is simply represented by n2, no n21, n12 no. So if c is the speed of light in the vacuum or air, then our refractive index is modified in such a way which is absolute refractive index. They can ask in exam, write in details of in the 2 marks absolute refractive index. There you have to must take your speed of light at the top, because the refractive index answer of divisions of velocity is always greater than 1. It can be greater than 1 when the speed of light at the numerator, because the speed of light in air is highest. In the any other medium it can pass, it will decrease. So the denominator is decreased, then the numerator, then your answer is always greater than the 1. And refractive index, I am giving a clue or MCQ. Refractive index is 1, which is least number for the air, 1.003 something it is, but you can say it is a 1 for the vacuum or air. Then any other medium has refractive index which is greater than 1. None of the medium it is existing those refractive index less than the air. Okay, so here is the list of table in the refractive index. As you can see, yes, here whatever the refractive index is mentioned, which is a absolute refractive index. What is the mean of absolute refractive index? Because the refractive index you are measuring by the taking the ratio of velocity, where our numerator is refractive in the velocity of light in air or vacuum, which is nothing but the 3 into 10 to the power 8. I am talking here speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8 c, that is symbolized by c. The speed of light in vacuum, or I can say air, it is a 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. With respect to this, and with respect to speed of light in this particular medium, glass, diamond, air, alcohol, quiz, type, carbons, any other you can take, and speed. If you take the ratio, you will get one number which is a 1, 1.31, 1.33. So for exam point of view, you have to not mark these all numbers. You have to carry 5 to 6. Refractive index of air is 1.000003. If you go for the water refractive index is 1.33, very important. If you go for the glass, it is 1.52. You can go with the 1.5. Then you have one diamond, which is highest refractive index 2.42. What is the meaning? Try to understand. So the air is refractive index is 1. It is a mean that when any divisions answer can be 1, because this numerator is 3 and denominator is 3, then 3 cancel, then 1. It is a mean that this 3 into 10 to the power 1, and here also 3 into 10 to the power minus 1. So then the air refractive index is 1. It means light is not bending. So in a vacuum or in air, light is more or less is not bending. It means not refractions happen. When it enter in ice, it will reflect in a way of 1.31. It will more refract, or it will more deviate in the as per the order of this materials. In the glass, it will reflect in such a way 1.5 refractive index comes for this. The diamond has 2.42 refractive index. It is means that the highest light can bend in diamond, which is for 2.42 refractive index. What does it mean? It means I can say diamond is the hardest material ever we found in a natural nature. Okay, if why the light is bending more in diamond, because it's a very dense material. When it is very dense material, the light is not traveling much faster inside the material. It is a very slow down, and when light is slow down, it will bend more. And if it is bend more, very slow down, then this denominator is less, then the ratio going to be high. So this is high, it's 4 point or 2.42. Very important, you can note for the exam also. Okay, up to this we are talking about the refractive index and all that. It is very important for the further phenomena regarding the refractions. That's why I'm giving that much time for that in earlier talk also, in this talk also. The refraction through the rectangular glass slab. Actually, if you go for the earlier previous discussions in a part number 7, there in the title of one slide we have in the title of refractions, there I am mentioned at the downward side here, maybe there is a one slab I am drawing, which is a rectangular slab, and then one laser is entering and it will be bending like that. Same thing, same concept I am schematically representing here. Go back and see please. This will introducing here why the light is bending and how, what way. Okay, don't see here because this is a what the limited words is come here. Full what exactly happened with the light in which when it passes through the rectangular glass slab. So as it is mentioned glass slab, so it is made up of the glass. Apart from the other white areas, you can take it as a air. So okay, let us start. When light is travel through the air and it reaches to the separation line of the two medium, now onwards the glass medium start. So the light falling, it is a point of incident. That when it point of incident, draw the normal to the surface of the glass slab. This is called normal. The angle construct by the incident ray, it is the angle of incidence. So our theta 1 becomes angle of incident. That is a very basic things you already know. Now the light is entering, your eyes should be here. Light is entering to the one of the different medium. Now the air is here, glass is here, so it is rarer medium, denser medium. So now please note in your mind and notebook also, when light is passes through the rarer medium to the denser medium, then it is bent towards the normal. Where is normal? Here. The light, actually see, let me clear one thing. This is a light ray. If this slab is not there, this blue portion, it means glass slab is not there, the light will travel through this. But yes, as we mentioned, rectangular glass slab is there. So now onwards from the B point, it will not follow this path. So the forgetting about this line, this is for our reference. This can be, but due to the slab, it will travel through this distance. Why I am mentioning here? When it is passed through rarer to the denser medium, it is bent towards the normal. It is a two-way. This is the original path. Either it is bent in this way, either it is bending this way. So why it is bending in this way? Because it passes through the rarer to the denser medium. When any light is enter as a rarer medium to the denser medium, this always bend towards. It means it comes nearer to the normals. Okay, now once it is bent, it is travel through the medium, travel another layer of, because This is a one of the layer where now onwards also air starts, so it is also changing of medium. If change of medium is happen, the bending is happen. So the same phenomena whatever we have learned in refractions, it will have applicable for the here also at the point of C. Okay, at the point of incident, draw the normal to the surface. Okay, once you draw the normal, it is a dense medium. Now onwards the light is passes through this ray, this ray, it is passes through denser medium to the rarer medium. From the denser medium to the rarer medium, light is passed, it has bent away to the normal. Now actual way it is this, trying to see, if it is a glass, this layer is not there, it will follow this line. But yes, it is away, it will bend. You can able to see it is in this case is towards the normal, it will bend. When it's once it is denser medium to the rarer medium, it is away bending is happen. At the end, if you trying to see that this line and this line is parallel to the each other. At the end I will talk about this. This is the ray, it is named as incident ray. This ray particular, this B to C point ray, it is named as the refracted ray. And once the refracted ray is happened refraction second time, then the rays is becomes a emerging rays. The rays are the named as the emerging rays. That is a new word for you, so think about it. Okay, so this is called incident, this is called refracted, and this is the emerging ray. This emerging ray is nothing but the, when the slab is not there, if it is, then this it is follow this ray. Now slab is there, it is just shifting that much difference. This is the BC is the separation due to the presence of rectangular slab. So now you are familiar with the refractions of light when it is passes through the different uh, mediums, rarer to denser, denser to rarer. It is very important, that's why I'm mentioning this yellow line. So keep on mind also, and note also, it will help you for the further constructions of this page. The refraction is due to the change in the speed of light, as I said you earlier also. It enters from the one transparent medium to the another transparent medium. Experience show that refractions of light occur according to certain laws. That law already we mentioned in earlier discussion. Okay, here also present the laws. This incident ray, refracted rays are normals. Incident rays, refracted rays, and normals are all are in the same plane. And the second rules is the Snell law. Second rules is Snell law. Once you know named as Snell law, you have to clear about the Snell law. The ratio of sines of the incident angle and refracted angle is always going to be constant. That constant is nothing but the refractive index of the respective mediums. Okay, this is all about what I have to discuss here. And that one more thing, if it is not in NCERT book, but yes, as associate with this thing, so I will talk about extra something. This is a shift. Actually, if slab is not there, it will light will follow this path. Okay, but the slab presence is there, it will be deviate its path. See, light wherever it wants to reach, it will go through this also, it will row, but it is just shifting. So this is called BC is a shift. The BC is named as lateral shift. One more thing, if you go in internet also, you will find out the more about this, but it is very simple. Due to presence of double refractions, here one time refraction B point and C point is second refraction point. Once the two point refraction happen, then it is a named as, it has, you got a shifting, that is called lateral shift. Those who have a spec, you are trying to play with it. It means up and down your specs, and trying to shift your whatever reason you are seeing, it is shift little bit. That shift is also nothing but the, because so when light is coming from the outside to enter to the your glass slab, it means your spec glass, and it is also, it travel through the glass, and it is also come out in between space of your eyes and spec, and it travel to the air, same thing. This is your spec, and that is the light is coming, it passed through the your spec glass, and it is come out also. So this is refraction happen. So there also shifting you got. So try to see that those who don't have the specs also can experience by the others also. But this is all about this, what the refraction is happening in the day to day life, so that we have to understand must. Okay, thank you very much, it's enough. If any query regarding this discussion, you can comment it.